Hello, welcome. Sammy here with our Sammy Tarot Astrology reading. It's a beautiful night. It's a Saturday. We've just had our new moon in Libra. It is a beautiful time. Lots happening in the stars, lots of changes, and I'm so excited to share about them with you. So first we will listen to some celestial sounds, and then I will talk about what's happening up in the sky and how you can work with it. Welcome to make the most out of every moment and every day, and to be in harmony with the gigantic, massive planetary bodies that are all around us. And then from there, we read the cards. We'll pull a few cards tonight, and I mentioned this yesterday, but tomorrow I will be on a one-day hiatus challenge with the love of my life, and not going to be on social media just for 24 hours. So we're going to just be doing nothing. It's going to be beautiful. And so tonight I'm going to go really, really in depth. I looked deep into what's happening in the next few days and next week, so that you'll have plenty of information to help plan out whatever might be coming up for you. And then I will be back here on Monday, hopefully Monday afternoon on the earlier side. And not hopefully, you know what? I'm gonna be here early on Monday because I think morning is better for this. So let me know what you think if you have any thoughts. But I will be back Monday. So with no further ado, not even a little, not any ado at all, let us get comfortable, take a few breaths, and then we'll listen to the sound of the bowl and chant Om together. So, ready? Inhaling. Exhale. Thank you for sharing that with me. That was lovely, delightful. So, got my notes, and let's see. Well, I hope you've had a great new moon in Libra, and right now the moon is actually conjunct Mercury, opposite the sun, so the moon and Mercury are together. So if you happen to be watching this tonight on Saturday night about 7:30 Eastern time, or within a few hours of right now, then you have a great opportunity to be able to share things from the heart clearly and effortlessly. So that's great news. And let's see, I'm gonna maybe paint some bigger pictures and then get more into some details. So we're going into Scorpio season, and that happens this Thursday the 22nd at 7:30 p.m. So we've got 5 days left in Libra season, 5 more days to really enjoy finding balance, easy breezy, romance, putting things in their right place, focusing on justice in the here and now and around you, and all of that. And then we're shifting in a few days into Scorpio season, when we're going to go a little bit deeper, dive into areas that people are not always so comfortable looking at, but looking at them is going to bring about lots of amazing change. So that's coming up in a few days. Scorpio season, very exciting. That's Halloween season, and since the origins of humanity, it's a time of year when we acknowledge in every culture and society that the veil between the visible and invisible is a little bit thinner, and there's a lot of spiritual and mystical and mysterious and maybe even a little bit frightening to those of us who aren't comfortable with it, energy. So we're getting into that very soon, and that is going to be lots of fun and very transformative. And then when we come out of that into Sagittarius season, we have just so much to share, because Sagittarius, as you may know, is the archer, the straight shooter, the distant traveler, the passionate communicator. So right now we have this breeziness of Libra, then we dive deep into the dark waters and change and learn and get stronger, and then we emerge and we're just riding fast on this galloping horse, on fire with everything that we learned, ready to share it with excitement and upbeat energy. So that's kind of the bigger picture of the next couple months or so, which, Scorpio soon. But let's see, over the next couple of days, we have had, we've had a trine between Mercury and Neptune that has been present for a couple of weeks now, and we've talked a lot about that trine because that's Neptune in Pisces is that very dreamy state, and Mercury is the easy communicator. So we've been easily able to have our dreams and intuition just flow out of us with that, and that we have until Sunday, this coming Sunday, tomorrow morning, Sunday the 18th at 9:30 a.m. So if you happen to see this before that time, you can just do a little more daydreaming if you want, but we're shifting out of that. And then it's tomorrow night, Sunday at 8:30 p.m. We've had this trine with the moon being in trine with Neptune, and that's dissolving tomorrow. So the whole watery connection with the Mercury energy, we're about to move into some other things starting tomorrow. And also we had a lot of steady trine energy happening, but from Sunday tomorrow until Monday night, we're only going to have the trine between Venus in Virgo and Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in Capricorn. So that means from Sunday to Monday, if you're seeing this tomorrow, from Sunday to Monday, soak that up. That is the time to really make the most out of that, because those trines in the coming week are dissolving, and they've been a very steady presence for us, the trine, because we've had that the square happening between Mars and Capricorn, and then between Capricorn and the Sun, and just a lot of square and opposition energy with those planets, and a lot of maybe challenging things around our fate or the way we're expanding, or transformations that might have been a little bit tense, but all of that's been balanced out by that Venus trine. So Sunday and Monday, Sunday the 18th and Monday the 19th, it's going to be a really great time to, if you're looking for a way to feel more connected or balanced or happy, I think a really good way to do that is to meditate on those connections. And I'm going to tell you exactly when they're each going. So if you want to prioritize the days that you meditate on each of those, so from Sunday to Monday, that's the only trine. We have another one coming that I'm about to tell you about, but the trine between Venus and Jupiter is dissolving on the 26th, on Monday the 26th. So we have a little over a week left of the Venus-Jupiter trine, and that trine is all about how loving and passionate and romantic love and just love in general is given this boost of expanding things, expanding your world, opening your world, making everything possible. So if you see areas in your life where you can give yourself over to love with no reservation between now and the 26th, that's going to be easier to do and maybe even bring about more luck and miracles for you if you can do that. On the 28th, on Wednesday the 28th at 3:45 p.m., Venus and Pluto, which have been in their very steady trine, that trine dissolves again away. So, Pluto, we've been talking about and we'll continue to talk about, especially with Scorpio season, but Pluto is like this extremely energetic, wild, transformative, deep, fearless, create and destroy energy around anything taboo, around sex and money and death and all kinds of things that bring up a lot of emotion for people and that are areas where people can really grow if they are fearless. And so having the ability for us to be transformed in love and to let love transform us and to bring love to the parts of our lives that are harder to look at, that extra boost we have until Wednesday the 28th. So that's one thing you can meditate on up until the 28th. And all of this could be a great way to prepare for the full moon on the 31st. So on the 31st, the full moon reaches its peak at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And at 3 p.m. that day, so 2 hours before the apex of the full moon, the final trine of the three trines between Venus and the planets in Capricorn, the trine between Venus and Saturn will dissolve. And so Saturn is a lot about fate and destiny and kind of like karma, like what you put out and what you receive, and that's in the short term, like in your just in how you move about your daily life, and then also like in a much larger term, Saturn, like everything that your soul and spirit has ever experienced, if you do believe in having had other lives or past lives, or I'm not saying I necessarily do or don't, but I have my own feelings and suspicions and ideas. And so if you do explore those ideas, that Venus-Saturn trine is dissolving. So you have up until 2 hours before the full moon to let those questions of fate and where you've been and where you're going and what your destiny is and how you're handling the results of your past actions and how you are acting now to create the future that you really would love to have and that's in line with your destiny, and having all of those questions be boosted by the power of love. So the more that you love, the more that those things are going to figure themselves out. And also love can help you work out your destiny. So that trine is happening until 2 hours before the full moon. Now I'm going to get back to the full moon that's happening on the 31st in just a second, but before that, let's backtrack to what's happening on Monday and Tuesday. So I already power mode. It's okay. We got 20%, guys. We're going to get through this together. So we talked about how the trine between Mercury and Neptune dissolves on Sunday, and how from Sunday to Monday, the only trine is that the Venus trines we just talked about, those three trines that are dissolving on the 26th, the 28th, and the 31st. And then on Monday the 19th, so I'll be back here talking to you before this happens, but just so you can plan ahead, from Monday the 19th to Tuesday the 20th, Monday at 6 p.m. until Tuesday night at 11 p.m. Yeah, so you get a little over 24 hours. The moon will be in Sagittarius. So right now the moon is in Scorpio. I haven't even mentioned that, but yeah, we're enjoying our Scorpio moon. So the moon is a great place for Scorpio to be. Scorpio is a great place for the moon to be because we get to feel the harmony of those two. So the emotionality of the moon and of Scorpio, and the ability to nurture ourselves through deep experiences. So that's where we are today. But by Monday, the moon in Sagittarius will be making a trine with Mars in Aries. So that's a nice fiery trine that we're having. We've had a lot of the Earth trine, the Venus trines that we were talking about is Venus in Virgo with Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in Capricorn. Very earthy, grounded, practical, sensual energy of those trines. But the moon from Monday to Tuesday, Monday early evening to Tuesday at 11 p.m., we have the fiery trine of the moon in Sagittarius and Mars in Aries. So that gives us a great opportunity Monday, from Monday night, and then all day Tuesday. So Monday night, all day Tuesday until Tuesday night, letting your emotions push you to take bold actions. And because it's in Sagittarius and Aries, that could look like doing things that involve leadership and communication, sharing information in a passionate way. And also Mars does involve, sexuality and assertiveness. So you have a lot of potential to really funnel all of that potent energy and that creative energy and the sexual energy, which could also just be funneled into art or anything else that you want to create, or just into your physical expressions. But all of that, Monday and Tuesday, we get a great boost in. So from Sunday to Monday, you can focus on the love energy, and then Monday and Tuesday on that fiery boldness and communication energy. And then back to the full moon. So let's jump ahead again from Monday, Tuesday, the 19th and 20th up to the 31st, Saturday, when we have our final Venus trine dissolving at 3 p.m. From 3 p.m. until 6. This is big. If you haven't been really, taking notes, now is the time. From 3 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. on Saturday the 31st of the full moon, we have 3.5 hours of no trines, you guys. And we've had so many trines, and then we're about to have so many more. And it just seems so magical to me that for the 3 hours before, the hour or so before, an hour or so after the full moon happening, there are no trines in the sky. So that's basically we're our bodies and minds and souls are nakedly, completely open and receptive to absorbing the full moon energy with not a lot of other planetary relationships to distract us. It's just all about the full moon. So revealing things to yourself, anything that you might not have been looking at, or new ideas, and also welcome. We're talking about the full moon on the 31st and how from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. there will be no other trines happening. There will be no trines happening in the sky. It's very rare. For weeks and weeks we've had all these trines, and then for the days afterwards they're going to kick up again after the full moon. But during those 3.5 hours, it's all about the full moon. And it's going to be the full moon in Taurus, and that's opposite Scorpio. So the Scorpio full moon, seeing into the hidden depths, and also the full moon is about releasing. So we talked a lot in the past few days about the new moon and planting and growing and nurturing, and the full moon is about letting go, just dropping everything. It's not like planning and intentions and creative as much as it is just releasing into nature and letting yourself feel and be and celebrate and let go of everything that's happened the past month, everything that's happened in the past 6 months since the new moon in Scorpio 6 months ago, and the past year, everything that's happened since the last time we had a full moon in Scorpio. So if you want to think back to that, you can meditate on that. But we get a break from all of that. So during the full moon, I hope you can find ways to let that big light of the full moon in Scorpio just wash us clean. And I mean the full moon in Taurus with the sun in Scorpio. So, and Taurus is also, we were talking about sensuality and how we have the trine on Monday and Tuesday between Sagittarius and Mars, and that's kind of like we're talking about getting into your body and your energy, and also having the full moon in Taurus. It's sensual. It's about touching and tasting and feeling, and so whatever you want to do to feel pleasure and joy and to release any releasing the past and releasing expectations of the future and just letting yourself be who you are and enjoy and be ready for a new experience, because after that, just an hour and a half after the moon has been its fullest, it's going to make a trine with Jupiter, and basically all of those trines that Venus had been making, the moon is going to take over. So it's like Venus in Virgo was trine Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn, and then dropping all those trines on the 26th, 27th, and 28th. And then starting at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday the 31st, the night of the full moon on Halloween. And so as people are hanging out and partying on Halloween, all of this is happening. First, the full moon at 5 p.m., and then at 6:30 p.m., the moon is trining Jupiter, which is expansiveness. So the moon and your heart, letting your emotions... So we just had love and romance, letting you expand. Now it's about just feeling. Any of your emotions are going to trine with Jupiter and help you grow. And then at 9:30 p.m., Pluto is trining the moon. So that's all about how your transformations and how just your ability to feel is going to help you transform. And then at 4:30 a.m., this is the last thing I'm going to say tonight about the stars coming in. 4:30 a.m. on Halloween, Saturn is going to make its trine. The trine, so the Venus-Saturn trine dissolved at 3 p.m. And then 13 hours later, on the 31st, at 4:30 a.m., Saturn is going to make a trine with the moon. So transformation. So we were just talking about with Pluto, but Saturn is with fate. And so having the moon trining Saturn, your emotions and your ability to feel are going to allow you to continue to be in line with your destiny. So that's a beautiful thing. So I know that was a lot of information. I hope it gives you some food for thought to meditate on, especially since I won't be on tomorrow night. But if you watch this and you're wondering what it is that you could start planning for the weeks to come and the days to come to make the most of the relationships happening with our neighbors in the sky, there you have it. So now, let us turn to the cards. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to shuffle here. And now's a great time to take a few deep breaths with me. Hi, welcome. If there's anything that you have on your mind, meditate on that, or you're welcome to just soak up what the cards say. And they are here being pulled for all of us. And of course, if you want a private reading or a birth chart reading, you can message me and we can schedule something for you to go really deep into your chart and how you might be affected by everything that's going on in the sky right now. Okay, cutting the deck. One, two, and three. Our first card for tonight. Strength. Beautiful. We've got this lion, we've got this figure, kind of like nurturing, soft, loving, very calm figure, with roses around their body and the sign for infinity above their head, signaling their connection to the entire universe. And they have this lion, which looks like a strong, powerful lion. The lion is gazing up into their eyes, and the lion has its tongue out, kind of looking like a little puppy or kitty, very gentle looking. And so it's like this person is effortlessly, she or they is handling this potential powerful strength that could be creative or destructive, and helping it to be calm. So just like what we were talking about with the moon in Sagittarius trine Mars and Aries, so Monday and Tuesday, Monday the 19th and Tuesday the 20th, if you have so much strength at your disposal, and just by meditating and being calm and being centered, as we've had the opportunity to focus on all of this Sun in Libra season and up, so the Sun enters Scorpio on Thursday the 22nd, so we're still in Libra, so it's finding your balance and then being strong and harnessing your strength and harnessing your energy and your power, and guiding it and not letting it run you. Our second card, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so very similar. We're talking about using power and energy and strength and harnessing it and tapping into it. And Saturn, Jupiter, and Pluto in Capricorn. We're going to have a full moon in Taurus, and we have Venus in Virgo. So that is a lot of earth energy, and this is the card of mastery and leadership, of earth energy, of material abundance, and nature and the body. And here you have a figure who's seated really calmly and serenely on this seat that is surrounded by fruit and blooming plants, and the sky is this warm golden color. They've got a very cheery looking home behind them, and all is well. And so I think it's a message that there is abundance and that you can connect with it and create it if you are able to harness all of your creative energy, and also to enjoy, because we talked a lot about how there's no trines in the sky from 3 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. on Saturday the 31st of the full moon, and that is a time to just enjoy and eat well, be happy, and let everything melt away. Let your thoughts melt away, because thoughts are air. Let your feelings melt away, because that's water. Don't worry about what you're gonna do, because that's fire in action. Just chill, just vibe, just enjoy. So there you have it. Our third card. More pentacles, everybody, ladies and gentlethems. And we've got the 7 of Pentacles here. So somebody is working with this plant that is producing plentiful goodness, and they've put in a lot of work for it to get where it is. But there's a lot more to do. They still have to harvest it. They still have to cut it down and carry it back and prepare it, use it for themselves or share it with others. This is a part of the journey of the Pentacles where you pause and you rest and you appreciate all that you've done and appreciate all that you have. And then give yourself that moment, because then you're going to dive back in, and then the work continues, because the work never ends. But there are periods of time when there is less work, and the more that we can harness our strength and continue to find that place of calmness and focus and tame the wild beast of our creative energy and guide it, we will be able to enjoy more and more moments like this King of Pentacles, of just enjoying what we have and being comfortable and happy. And one of the ways to get there is also to find those moments where you appreciate what you've done, because those moments of rest and appreciation allow us to come back and hit it again hard and keep going. So I'll show you the three of them together. Lots of golden energy here, lots of abundance, lots of calmness and steadiness and groundedness, and lots of power and strength from that calm place. So, a beautiful reading, and I'm going to miss you guys tomorrow night, but I hope that you have a very beautiful day. And if you also decide that you want to try challenging yourself and unplugging from all social media and work for 24 hours, like me and the love of my life, the most beautiful woman in the world, are doing tomorrow, let me know, and I'll have a prize for you. It might be something like a special reading, or something with your birth chart, or maybe something else, something surprising. But let me know, and I'm excited to hear if someone wants to join us on the challenge. And let's breathe together. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful night. Until Monday.